Hello, thank you for joining the session. First, I would like to check if everything is okay with the sound and the screen. So in Go to Webinar dialog, near your name, you can find a small functionality with the name raise your hand. So please raise your hands if you can see my screen and if you can hear me. Okay, thank you. So today we will have a web session about how to improve your design working with Revit ventilation systems. Today there are two people in our side. It's me, Renata Yachiena, I'm the application engineer of course for Revit, and Jakubas, he is also application engineer responsible for MEP side.
Hello.
So first, I would love to start with a few words about our company. We are gold partners of Autodesk. At the same time, we have two authorized centers, training and certification centers. Then we are Autodesk authorized developers. And our company is AGA-CAD, is the pioneer in development of Autodesk Revit add-ons and professional BIM software for IC fields. Actually, we have sold at the moment over than 5,000 commercial licenses in more than 45 countries. Our main web pages, agacad.com and toolsforrevit.com. We are operating since 1991. We have departments in programming, project management, training, consulting, and sales. So our main goal is to eliminate the waste of time and increase work productivity just working with Revit. So all our products we can divide into 7 main parts. Here in the top of the cycle you can find the MEP Engineering Pro group. Here we have products for fire protection systems, for heating projects, for air terminal, for diffusers, for ventilation systems. Then we have new product with the name Smart Hangers for distributing and hangers and supports according to the duct pipes. Then we have CAD Opening Pro that makes automatically openings around the ducts, pipes, cable traces, or conduits in the walls, floors, ceilings, beams, and columns. Then we have very powerful product with the name BIM Tree Manager. It goes for managing parameters and parameter values that are already used in the project. Then we have another group with the name Sustainable Design Pro. Here we have 3 products. Then one more group is Revit Content Management Solution. Here we have 4 products for managing your families that are located in the library. One more group is wood framing. Actually, it's steel framing as well. Here you can make rafters and other roof frames with Rafter Plus. Then we have a product with the name Truss Plus, then Wall Plus, and we work on a new product with the name Floor Plus. That's coming soon. And one more group is Tools for Revit. Here you can find different smaller products for modeling and for documentation. But at the same time, those products are really very handy for your daily work. So today we will talk about those 2 products from MEP Engineering Pro group. Here we'll talk about smart diffusers and smart hangers. Then CAD Opening Pro, I will show you how to make openings around the ducts in the project. And we have another part for fast documentation. So here we will show how Dynamic Legend or Quick Dimensions or Sort Mark or Smart Sheets or Excel to Revit can be used in your project. And more additional products, Insert Elements and Smart Select. So you're welcome to add your questions in GoToWebinar questions dialog, and in the end of the session, we will try to answer them. So if you have any questions or concerns, just please add those, or any kind of feedback, you can add those notes into GoToWebinar dialog. So right now, let's start with the product, and Jakubas will continue.
Hello, everybody. Nice to see you here on our web session based on ventilation systems. And the first tool, the first solution we would like to introduce you is insert elements. This tool inserts into a project hundreds of building objects by predefined rules. And let's go to the Revit, and I will show you how to do this with our ventilation system with air diffusers. The tool is placed on Tools for Revit, Create and Modify tab. Using the drag and drop function, you can put it here to make your work quicker. Now we can start. Here we have a lot of functions, but today we will use insert the elements as a virtual group in a room or a space. You can define the space to which you want to insert your elements and the wall, for example. Here you can see all the families that are loaded into your project. I will use my air terminals and supply diffusers from Lindab company. Here we have a really simple dialog block where all the information is needed for you. So let's start from the beginning. Here we have the length of the room. The tool actually finds the boundaries of the spaces. So we have the length here, the width here. Also, if it's needed, you can change the directions of your arrows by picking a new wall, and it will be named as x-axis, that wall, as you see here. Let's go further, and here we have the room and space conditions. Here we have the name of a room, the number, and the level at which the room is placed. After we have the elevation. The elevation shows where the element will be placed. For example, we will place the element at this elevations. Let's go further, and here we have element distribution planning. Here you can define the distances between the elements in X and Y directions. For example, if we use 100 and 100 here, we can recalculate and find the solution. The tool automatically finds the solution for such a space, and if we change some parameters here and click the calculate button, we have the other calculation here. Let's go further, and here we have the offset function from some origins like X and Y on X and Y directions, and if we will use them, we can pull our elements to one side or to another side. It is really easy. After we have one more functionality is a minimum distance from a wall. It is really a necessary thing for ventilation designers, because the air diffusers should be not so close to the wall, so you can define here the distance to the wall. Also, you can make a mirror on X and Y directions, and here you can define the maximum number in X and Y directions. For example, I have here 10 in X and 10 in Y directions. The tool automatically calculates the necessary information where the first element, in our case air diffuser, is placed on X direction, and it is 51. On Y direction it's like this. Also, it calculates the real number of our elements in defined space. And we distributed our elements in a space, and as you saw, the tool instantly inserts into a project hundreds of building objects by predefined rules, and it's very fast, and one of the benefits is error prevention and easy control, and it's increase your productivity and saves your money. The other tool I want to show you is smart diffusers. This is the main solution in our lab session today. This solution allows designers to easily add engineering data to air terminals, duct fittings, duct accessories, and mechanical equipment if needed. Let's get back to the Revit project. The Smart Diffuser tool is placed under the Tools for Revit Smart MEP tab. Also, you can drop and drag this. And I will show you how easily you can insert, add engineering data to family. Firstly, we have defined what information is necessary to add and how it will be charged into family. And we will use the configurations here. Adding the information, you have to indicate the relations between parameters. For example, if you want to add pressure drop information, you have to define it as a function of airflow and type dimension. Today I will show you one more functionality that you can add a lot of different configurations here and a lot of different schedules here. And I will show you the throw configuration. Here we have to put the name. Yes, that's all. The solution has the priority function. That means that the information from the chart with the higher priority will go to the chart with a lower priority. I will show you in a minute that. It doesn't matter what kind of units you are using, because Smart Diffuser tool has both metric and imperial types. That depends on charts you are using for selection air terminals. Firstly, we have to define pressure drop units. It's inches of water, and airflow. It's cubic feet per minute. Here we have a LINDAP catalog from where we will transfer information into Revit. the information transfer is very easy. You just have to take a snapshot, get back to the Revit, and paste it. If it's needed, you can paste and resize it. After, the reading of information is very easy and automated. You just have to pick the left bottom corner and pick the right top corner to identify the width and the height of this table. Here you have to write the airflow start and end points. Then pick the line start point and line end point and transfer that information to the other lines on a table. The lines are parallel, so we can just pick the same things as before we've done. The chart information was collected successfully, and what's more, I want to show you how to add some more information to your tables. You can define the maximum sound level or wherever attribute you want. I will add the maximum sound level at 30 decibels, and I have to pick a points on my lines. The maximum flow was successfully picked for all types of our air terminal. Here we have it. If it's needed, you can add one more. The other thing, what I want to do is to add such information to a diffuser for the flow configurations. Also, here we have to define the units as before. And do the same as before with snapshotting and pasting back to the Revit. You can use whatever charts you want. You can use this for all the mechanical equipment, for the ducts, for fittings, and many more. Where they have such a charts, and the tool says for us that the chart information was collected successfully, and we press OK, and now we have the information in our families. This information can be transferred from project to project, and you can use this information in the other project, and these families will go with that information what we added before. What next? I want to show you how to find the optimal diffuser type for a virtual group in our project. We have to take an air terminal, and as you see, the tool has the same schedules as before, as we put it here. Now the tool shows the area of a space, the specified supply air, the maximum sound level, you can change it, the number of air terminals, also number of air terminals here, the number of terminals in X and Y directions, also the airflow, and the pressure drop. You can use it this tool by changing the number on some axis, and after the tool will automatically find the solution on our chart. For example, if we have 3 rows on 3 rows, the tool automatically calculates what will be the pressure drop. As I said before about priority, the tool automatically calculates and the throw configurations. Let's get back to the Revit and take all the air terminals and say that we want the graphical visual information on our drawing, the throw visibility. Here we have it. Let's get back to our tool. If we change here some parameters, the tool automatically recalculates the throw as you see here. That's it about the finding optimal air terminal for the space.
I just want to add one note that engineering data you have to add just one time for one family. That family later can be saved in your company template, and the data from the PDF file that comes from manufacturer will come together always with that family. So you just have to do that process one time for one family, and that's it. So later you can save that family into your template and use that for all the projects.
Okay, thank you, Renata. I want to show you that all the information was written into our family here. Also about the throw, you can look into the 3D view, and you will see not only in 2D view that what is the throw, but also you can visually view all the information on the 3D drawings.
And also one note about this. Here we added extra solid into such a ear terminal, but it's not mandatory. I mean, it's just for a better understanding of the throw that is used in this place. You can actually switch that 3D solids off if it's needed.
Okay, let's get back to our presentation. And the Smart Diffuser tool really allows the designer easily to add engineering data into our families. And the benefits of this solution is reduction of errors, saving settings for the future use, as Renata says, and you can analyze also the information there. The next tool is SortMark. It's a powerful tool that allows to renumber elements in a different ways and write additional information to selected items. The Sort and Mark tool you can find under the Tools for Revit documentation tab, and I will show you how easily you can use Sort and Mark with the ventilation system. Also you can use it with the grids, room spaces, sheets, and many more things in Revit. Here you can find the categories what you can sort and mark, and today I will use air terminals, as I said. Here you can create your own shared parameters, or you can use these comments or marks. We will do the mark. And as you see, I have prepared for this web session, I have the diffuser marks here. I want to mention that you can save all the information to this tool and use it many times as you want, and you can share with your colleagues this information. And here we have the category according which we will sort and mark. Here we have the parameter to which the information will go after the sorting and marking. And here we have the elements, and we will use the mark for all elements. Here we have available items. And firstly, we have grouping tab. Here you have to select parameters to group elements and isolate numbering. We will use this like a system type. For one type will be one group will be return air, and the other will be supply air. Afterwards, we are going to the numbering. We will use the duct diameter. We will select the parameters to use for numbering here. Here we have sorting. Here we can select parameters to use for sorting elements before numbering. We will use the duct diameter here. The final mark will look like this. Here we have the calculated sorted mark number. You can use either the numbers or the letters if you push this button. Also, you can add prefixes and suffixes, and that is all. We can sort and mark our diffusers. The tool find the 150 elements, and the result is under the mark parameter. As you see here, we have the mark. The mark 1 means that it is the lowest diameter duct. And for example, we can go to the schedules and find out what is done. For example, if the duct diameter is like this, we have the number 1, and if it's bigger, we have the number 2. It is a really helpful tool, and I use it in my everyday working. And the benefits is the saving time, because the speed of working is very fast. It optimizes the work routine. It is friendly, user-friendly tool, and it is easy to use. It reduces errors, and you can save the settings for future projects. The next tool, I love this tool actually. This is Quick Dimensions. Quick Dimensions extension allows to create dimensions by predefined configurations. This tool you can find also under the Tools for Revit documentation tab. And the Quick Dimension let us create the dimensions with predefined configuration, and it inserts dimensions automatically for architectural, structural, and mechanical parts of Revit. Today I will show you how to dimension walls and ducts. It is on the mechanical and on the architectural categories. As you know, the ducts should be dimensioned not on the outer face of them, so we can use the center line here. As you see, the walls will be dimensioned also, and they will be dimensions on outer faces. It is very easy to use this tool. This is very user-friendly tool. Firstly, you have to pick the first point, and after the second point, till there, the dimensions should be added. And here we have the dimensions. As you see, it is really easy. Nice. This is very good tool for everyday working with Autodesk Revit. This tool is very fast, and it's user-friendly. You can easily use this tool, and you can save the settings for a future project. Dynamic Legend. Dynamic Legend is extension that allows you to quickly create, modify, and update legends for Revit elements. And again, I want to say that it is very easy to use it. Here we have Dynamic Legend. And firstly, what you have to do is to draw your simple legend block, sample legend block. This block consists of lines and text nodes. Also, the family from what you want to make a legend. Here we have the simple dialog block, and we can select parameters. What will include into our legend. For example, here we have all the available parameters, and here we have the selected parameters. Also, we can define the totals here. For example, if we want the totals of our air diffusers, we have to click on the total, and the tool will automatically calculate this. Here we have the configure grouping. Also, we can define the information here. Now we have to pick the columns, and the tool automatically made.
I just want to add one more note, is that here in this dialog you can make a filter. If you don't want to display all elements, for example, ear terminals that are used in the project, you can make a filter with right-click. So anytime you can go with right-click and filter your selected elements by using the values from the dialog.
Thank you, Renata. And now we have to pick rows and all the box. The tool automatically is creating our legend, and as you see here, just a minute. As you see here, the tool finds all the air terminals in our project, and it finds the information what we asked for. The dynamic legend is very simple and very useful tool in our in everyday working with Revit, the Revit structural, MEP, and architectural.
So actually we did this for e-terminals, but at the same time you can do that for mechanical equipment or any other elements that can be added into the legend view.
And our new tool is Excel to Revit. This extension imports Microsoft Excel spreadsheets to Autodesk Revit projects with its design settings. Such data can be synchronized with the original Excel spreadsheet anytime. I will show you that. For example, if we have such a table in Excel with different font types, with different bolds, boldings, and everything is like this, you can transfer this information into the Revit very easily by using Excel to Revit tool. We have to create a table. The tool let us browse our computer, and we can find our Excel file. The Excel file will be named as in the sheets. So I put the name of balancing there, and all the information come to the Revit. We draw the table, and our tool says that the table is successfully created in balancing drafting view. And here we are. We have the table and the Revit. And if you ask if it's possible to change some values here, I will answer yes. I will use the Excel to Revit tool to make these changes. Firstly, you have to get back to your Excel file and make changes there. For example, I will make changes here. You have to save it, get back to the Revit, and use Excel to Revit tool. The tool automatically detects the last modification of Excel file, and you can select that modification and update. As you see, the information was updated very easy. The last thing for me for today is a smart sheets. It's an Autodesk Revit add-on for the sheet management, and it is very fast. I will show you in a minute how it works. You have to have a sheet like this with a stamp as you want, any type of a sheet, and then you have to using drop and drag functionality. You can drag your drawings here, and it's done. Yes, and for the ever drawing, you should use the ever. No, using the smart sheets, you can use the same parameters as you done here. For example, I want to create a new sheets. I want to create the sheets for floor plans with mechanical ventilation for all my floors on a building. And the tool asks me if I want to save the same configurations as in the previous sheet. So it is the scale, crop, visual style, detail level, model, origin to origin. And you can change if you don't want. You can pick out this arrow. Okay. By clicking OK, we have created 6 more sheets. And now we are waiting for a report. Here we have the report. And if it's needed, you can rename sheets as the view names. And that is all. We have the sheets here. This tool is brilliant, yeah? I like this tool. So from me for today is enough, and I'll let the Renata to speak about the other tools based on Revit.
Thank you, Jakubas. Just one note again about Smart Sheets, that it can place, the views will be automatically placed into the same place. So you will not need to map those views on the sheets manually. It will be automatically added exactly into the same place as it was in our first sheet. Okay, so right now I will switch to my screen. I hope you can see it. Yeah. So I will continue with the Cut Opening Pro. This is a product for making openings around the ducts or pipes or cable traces or conduits in the walls, floors, ceilings, beams, and columns. As you know, if you have a situation in Revit and if you want to make openings around the ducts, you have to do that manually one by one. So instead of that, we can try to make it with Cut Opening Pro. First, we have to go into the Revit Collaborate tab. Here we have to find interfaces between the categories we need. In the left side, I will pick ducts, and in the right side, walls and floors. Revit will find a report about interfaces that are now in my project. So here we will export that data into a separate HTML file. Right now, we will use that report in Cut Opening Pro. So first, we have to read interference check data. We have to pick HTML file. And here we will get a detailed list with all interferences and with all collisions where the openings has to be created. There would be more than 200 openings in the project. Okay, here we got a report. Actually, with picking select parameters, you can add any extra additional parameters, what you want to see and analyze. And actually here, with going through every row, the tool will show you the real situation in the project. If you want, you can switch dynamic section box out. At the same time, the tool shows the duct and the architectural category as well. For example, as you see here, we see the duct and the wall where it intersects. Actually, you can switch the host categories as well here if it's not needed. Okay, and right now let's go into insert and modify openings. This product also works with the links. So if you have, if for example, mechanical project is linked into architectural project or architectural project is linked into MEP project, it doesn't matter. I mean, it will work in the both ways. It will work with the both links. So this is separate dialog where you can, it's very similar actually, but here you can make a filter and you can find the openings according to architectural or structural categories. Actually here you can add cut offset values as well. If your deck, they have already insulation thickness, so cut offset value will be the same as insulation thickness. For other values, we can do in such a way. Actually, we can filter the values with a zero value of cut offset. We can select the whole column, and we can change cut offset values for our future openings. If you want, you can change the opening shape as well. Right now, the opening shape will be the same as the shape of the duct, but if you want, you can also change the shape if it's needed. And right now, we can insert them. The tool says that those openings, they are not inserted yet, they are not created in the project, and they have to be created right now. So with pressing insert or update opening, the tool will insert those openings into the project. Cut Opening Pro also has a possibility, a separate configuration where you can add extra settings. Let's say maybe some of them openings, they are very tiny, they're very small, and they have to be just simply eliminated. So in such way you can say that some of the openings has to be eliminated because they are too small. Or maybe some of the openings has to be joined together into one opening. Also, this is kind of option where you can join several openings into one opening. So right now the tool is inserting more than 200 openings into the project. The openings will be created under the generic model category. They are phase-based openings, and if you will be not satisfied with the design of the openings, you can anytime change those families. At the same time, those families you can add into the schedules, and you can tag them because they are very simple void families. Okay, we are finishing with putting openings into the project. Actually, the speed depends on your computer, and here right now we have already go to webinar session, so it takes my computer speed as well. So it's a little bit slower than it is really. Okay, right now the tool is joining some openings from. So that's it. There are inserted 216 openings because 2 of them were joined together into one opening. Okay. Yes, and we're finishing for that. Just one moment. Just imagine if you would need to add those openings manually one by one. So this speed is really fast. And actually, if you would do any changes in the project, you can again, there is a method for defining the changes in the model. So if you would do any kind of changes, for example, you will change the size of the opening, or if you will move the opening into other place, or if you move the duct, the tool will find those changes and the tool will update those openings for you automatically. Okay, here we have a dialog and it shows us the green rows, so everything is okay. The tool added those openings into the project. And after a few seconds we will be able to see the results in the project. It depends actually on computer. I mean, if you see that your computer, for example, is too slow for some cases, or if the project is huge, you can make a filter. You can filter just openings that goes for some type of walls, or maybe some type of walls. So of floors or walls, for example. So you can make a and you can insert not the whole project, but step by step for the categories. So as you see here, everything is okay. The openings are added automatically according to configuration that we did. And at the same time, those openings you can see in all the views, in the section view or in the plan view. As I said before, those openings are generic model families. If you want, you can change the design of those openings, and you can just adapt those families according to your company needs. Later, you can save those openings into a library, and the tool will use those families in the future projects. Okay, so with Cut Opening Pro, it will be very easy to make openings, and it works with the linked files as well. And it doesn't matter what kind of link you have. You can your MEP project can be linked into architectural model, or it can work in opposite way. One more product is smart hangers. We're actually not sure if it will go for all of you, because some of ventilation engineers, they don't do hangers and they don't insert them. But still, I would like to show that product because it's very handy for distributing such elements. It's very easy. You don't need to do that manually, just one by one. You can distribute them automatically. And at the same time, it can split your ducts into segments. So again, I'm coming back into Revit. And let's say we would like to split that pipe or duct because, for example, it's too long. So you can find smart hangers in separate Smart MEP tab. Actually, the splitting functionality you can find with Insert Elements tool as well, but you can find it in Smart Hangers too. As you see here, all functionalities, they are grouped together according to the category. Right now we work with ducts, so here we can find functionality that splits ducts into segments. Here you can pick the element that fitting that would be added between splitted segments of the duct. And here you can pick a rule. You can actually make new rules here with different settings. For example, you can set the distances between them. Between the ducts. At the same time, you can add start or end offsets, side offsets, and so on. So right now, we just insert that round fittings into our selected duct. And there are two fittings inserted, and that's it. The tool automatically split that duct into separate segments. Also, with the tool, we can automatically distribute the hangers or supports. Right now, I will pick those ducts. We are going into insert the horizontal duct support. Here you will get the list of supports or hangers that are loaded into your current project. This is our created support, but actually you can create your own families with your own parameters and parameter values. In our every actually tool has eHelp in the end, where you can find really detailed information on how the support or the hanger has to be created. So here you can find actually our sample, where also together we are giving sample supports and sample hangers, but you can create your own as well. Let's say right now I will try to insert that support, and here again we can pick a rule how that support has to be distributed. So here with the tooltip you can find detailed description about every functionality. Again, you can change the values. So at the same time, the tool automatically will connect that support horizontally. It will find walls in the both sides of the duct. And let's try to insert it to the model. At the same time, hanger or support size will be exactly the same as the duct size. So there are 10 elements inserted. We can close the dialog, and we will see the result here. So the tool automatically distributed those supports, and the support size is the same as that size, and it's connected to the nearest wall. The same with the hangers. You can make a filter. You can filter the families that has to be the ducts where the hangers has to be distributed, because, or you can pick them from the model. So again, if we will do that with horizontal duct supports, as you see, you can go into the first tab with the ducts, and here you will get the list of all ducts that are created in the project. So you can make a filter, or your selected ducts will be automatically selected here in the dialog, and we will add those elements for those selected 3 ducts. Here I have selected the wrong functionality, very sorry. I will come back again. Here I would like to add the hangers, not support. Okay. Again, we will get the list of the hangers that are loaded into the project. Again, the same as before, you have to pick the rule, how the elements will be connected, what will be the distances between them. And after insert model, the hangers will be automatically distributed, but at the same time they will be connected to the nearest floor. At the same time, the hangers can be connected to the roof or any other object, to the frame, for example. So right now we have inserted 8 hangers, and here we can see that. One more example, just very quickly, I would like to show with supports for the vertical ducts. So here we have a vertical duct. We're going to insert support for the vertical duct. Again, I have to pick a support, select the rule, how that support will be distributed, and insert to the model. There are 3 elements inserted, and as you see, we would need to rotate those supports, and we would need to connect that supports to our selected wall. So here it's very easy to do that. You can just go into the common functionalities, and here we have functionality attach hangers or supports to the wall. Just pick the wall, and the tool automatically will rotate those supports for you. So Smart Hangers is really easy tool that automatically distributes hangers or supports according to different categories like ducts. Today I was showing you the ducts, but at the same time you can do that for the pipes, cable traces, conduits, or any other line-based genic model families. So one more thing that we would like to say is that next week we are going to make free startup training. So the main goal of that training is to teach you how to begin working with that software. So after the meeting, we will send you really detailed information about the event. It will take about 1 hour, but we will see according to your questions. I mean, if you have any more questions, we will stay enough time. It could take 1.5 hours, for example, as well. Or 2 hours, but still approximately it will take 1 hour. And before the training session, you would need to install trials with the software. So we will send you the links to the trial versions. So please install those trials before getting into the training. So we will send you those links tomorrow morning our time. So that training will be very helpful for better understanding if this is the right software for you, and for getting really quick start, and just how to begin working with the software. So thank you very much for your time. If you have any questions, you are welcome to add your questions into the GoToWebinar dialog. At the same time, I want to say that you can visit our webpage, AGA-CAD.com or toolsforrevit.com. And if you go here, you can find all our products in the separate tabs. For example, if we go into MEP Engineering Pro, here you can find hangers or smart diffusers or any other MEP products. Here you can read about all information and see the sample videos. And also one more note is that after installation, every tool has e-help in the end. So if you go into the e-help, here you can find detailed technical documentation, how to use the software, how to make, for example, how to prepare your families to work, for example, with smart hangers. And here you will find sample projects. But as I said before, you're welcome to join our free training session. That will be next week. So thank you again, and right now we're going to see the questions.